Hi, folks. This is my very, very, very first Instagram Live. Hi, Mariana. Good to see you. Hi, I'm not sure of the name, but hi. Oh, people are joining. This is so exciting. I have never done this before. I did one for Blinkist, but I've never done one on my own. But I am hoping to do these weekly, these inner mentor processes. So nice to see people. I think if I press wave, I'm not sure. I hope this is me waving to everybody. Well, this is wonderful. We're just waiting for people to get here. Hi, folks. Very excited to share this with you. Thank you. Can you hear my voice pretty clearly? Could people just let me know that? Good. Thank you for all of the hearts. Hi, Karina. This is great. I'm going to start in a minute. Just wait another minute, and then I'm going to start. Oh, Karina, thank you so much. I am so glad to hear that this has been an inspiration for you, and it's an inspiration for me to do this work, because watching people shift in their search for love to a way that is actually self-healing and leads to a much happier future. I mean, that's just such an incredible joy for me. And this meditation that I'm going to teach you, the Inner Mentor meditation, is just, so close to my heart. And like I said, I do this every day. So I'm going to take a minute and just talk about the Inner Mentor process. And I'm going to start to do that right now. So I developed this process. I mean, it's very similar to a lot of processes that exist, but I developed this when I was asked at a pretty young age. I think I was like in my late 20s, to put on a conference at Columbia University on integrating spirituality into psychotherapy in the LGBTQ community. And it felt like a really big deal to do, and I felt really way out of my league. And so I thought, let me imagine a me that would have the capacity to do that. And the image that I got of me was it was just wonderful. It was a me that was well dressed and well put together and, organized and focused, which as an ADD person is not always my experience of myself. But this me, when you looked into his eyes, there was nothing holding on. There was space. There was compassion. There was openness. There was no clinging. And this me was so beautiful to me. And then I let this me give me guidance about how to create this event. And it was an amazing, amazing experience. And for 30 years after I did that meditation, I did not do it again. 30 years, because I felt that me was so wonderful that I just didn't picture reaching out to that me anymore. I don't want to say I didn't feel worthy, but somehow I felt overawed or intimidated or not enough, or like I had to achieve a high bar to get to have contact with this extraordinary me again, because it was so far from the me that I experienced. Took me 30 years. I think it was my dad getting sick, and many days that I spent lying in bed with him in his last days and feeling so seen and so honored that, I don't know, I think it helped me be able to do this. And I think also it was tapping, EFT, which is a beautiful, beautiful process that enabled me to kind of get back to that place. So I said, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it again. I am going to meet my inner mentor. And I started doing it. It's been like 6 years, and I do it pretty much every day. And what I do is I have an email chain or a document chain, and every day I do my tapping, I do my meditation, and then I turn on my voice recognition, and I do the inner mentor process, and I share the guidance with myself. So I have years of almost daily guidance, and this is what is so amazing about this process. And for someone who is very self-critical, and I tend to be really self-critical. It's one of my flaws is the deep self-criticism that I can do to myself. Somehow this process enables me to completely bypass my self-criticism. How awesome is that? And find a loving inner parent who also happens to be really, really wise. And when my dad passed away, I felt his presence there too. His kind and caring presence as well. So it's a beautiful process. In my intensives, and some of you I see, hello everyone who's been in the intensive, I teach it in my intensives. It's not in the book because I didn't know it yet when I wrote the book. I hadn't come back to that yet. It's in my audio course. I teach it because it's such a gorgeous, gorgeous process. And I'm going to teach it to you right now. And I'm going to lead you in it. And I'm hoping that it's something that you can do on a regular basis. If you want to know more about it, you could go to deeperdatingpodcast.com, and it's episode 3. I do a whole kind of like 30 or 40 minute piece about this and guide people in it as well. But my hope is, if this works well, I'm going to do this every week. I'm going to have a live inner mentor process for each one of you to lead you through it to get a message for your week. And okay, we're going to do it right now. And I'm excited to lead you in it. So take a minute, get comfortable. Just take a few breaths in and out to relax. And I want you to just acknowledge yourself for being here, for caring enough about your intimacy journey, for caring enough about your growth, for loving yourself enough to take the time during your day to be present for deep nourishment and deep healing. And that's, what I think this is. So really I would encourage you, how fabulous. You're here and you've given yourself this sweet and spacious time to connect to the deepest, most inspiring parts of yourself. Just take a minute to acknowledge yourself for that. Okay, so now, with your eyes closed, I would like you to remember a time that you felt really comfortable in your own skin. Could be any time at all, whatever time comes up for you now that you remember, that you just felt very comfortable and peaceful and safe and good in your own skin. If you feel like you've never experienced that, think of a time you felt closest to that. Or imagine feeling that way. And remember what that experience was like. Or imagine what it would be like. To feel this kind of real comfort in your own skin. And if you have a memory of that, just remember, where were you at that time? What was the day like? What was the experience like? What did it feel like in your body? What is it like when you just feel really comfortable in your own skin? That's a very treasured thing. And just remember that and hold that memory. You don't have to force it. You don't have to squeeze or hold it really tightly, but just in a gentle way, remember what that's like. And I'm sorry for my barking dog. Next time I will move her into her crate. Just remember that experience. And now, I'd like you to remember an experience where you felt like in a stream of love. I would ask you not to pick a memory where when you think of it now, you feel betrayed or traumatized. Don't pick one of those memories. Pick a memory where you can remember that and still feel good. A time that you felt really in a stream of love. Could be with a pet. a grandparent, a partner. But I guess the thing is like what it feels like in you when you're really kind of in that place of love. And just remember that. Just hold that memory, like what that feels like in your body, what it feels like in your heart to love freely and fully. And just hold that feeling. And again, pardon for the doggy noise. Just hold that feeling along with this feeling of comfortable in your own skin. And one more. A time that you overcame an obstacle and had that sense of mastery or accomplishment. It could even be the feeling that you got like after a really good workout, or when you did something really brave, or you did something that healed a relationship or resolved a conflict. But it was brave what you did, and it was good, and you had a sense of mastery and self-trust. Just remember what that feels like, what that tastes like. Just hold that in a gentle way. Good. Now, I'd like you to imagine a you that lives that fully. Now, you don't have to earn this you. You don't have to be at this level. That's what stopped me for 30 years, is I thought I had to do that. You don't have to do that. All you have to do is imagine this beautiful you that is the you that you're meant to be. A you unafraid to be you. Unafraid to love, in your wisdom, in your power, in your self-ownership, in your love, in your delicious comfort in your own skin. Just imagine that you. What do they look like? Like, what do their eyes look like? What do their eyes reflect? What is this you? What does his, her, their eyes reflect? Where's this person standing or sitting, and what are they wearing, and what does their face show? This essence of you, this like beautiful, rich, comfortable, full on you. And now, I would like you to imagine yourself stepping into that you. And it's a fantasy exercise. You don't have to be it. You don't have to earn it. You just imagine stepping into this fabulous you. But in a way, you know this you, because this is you free. This is you unashamed. This is you living as the full-on you. So you know the taste of that you to some degree. So step into that you. Just step into that you, like right into that person. And imagine you're there. And now, look at the you of today, the you doing this exercise, the you struggling with what you're struggling with, growing in the ways that you're growing, working on what you're working on. And from this place of being inside the inner mentor and looking at this precious you of today, what guidance do you want to call out? And I would like you to either write it down, or if you're alone, speak it out. Just speak it out. Say the words to yourself. Just go into that zone of being this you you're meant to be, and just see what guidance comes out. Just give it a shot. Take about a minute now to do that. You could write it, or you could just speak it out. Or if you can't do either of those, think it in your head. Go into that zone and channel from there. So do that now for a minute. Take another moment or two. Wonderful. Now, if there's more there, you can do this later and continue with it later. I'll talk about using this using this process in a few minutes, like in your day-to-day life. But for now, you are this inner mentor. You are this beautiful you that you're meant to be. Imagine opening your arms, and the you of today comes into your arms, and now you get the luscious experience of being the you of right now and the you you're meant to be, holding each other, hugging each other, and you're both. Because what you're doing is building a friendship with this beautiful inner mentor. And the miracle of mentorship is that you become like, you absorb the qualities of your mentor. So the more friendship you build with this inner mentor, the more you are going to become this person. So just take a minute to just hold each other, and you, as the you of today right now, take in that message. And you don't have to act it or live it perfectly. All you have to do is love it. Just love the message. Just like take it in and love it. And think about what it would be like to really own it. And now, slowly, slowly hold that message. Let that be your message for today or for this week. Because it's full of real, live wisdom. Slowly come back and open your eyes. Beautiful. And I'm going to talk about this more in a minute, but I would love it if people could write down the essence of the message that you got. And I'm going to read these out. Could you do that? Just like write down the message that you got from your inner mentor. You know, you got to feel comfortable doing it. It might be super, super personal, but then you could I see lots of hearts coming. Write down the message and I'm going to read them out. Okay, beautiful. Don't be afraid to be seen. It is not yours to carry. This is great. Anyone else? You are strong. These messages are so good. Like, how is it that you can access like this place that is like the good parent, the good, wise, kind of somewhat like Yoda-like parent? Somebody said, I cried. Just trust in your own knowledge. You see these messages that you get by doing this? It's just, and you'll get them every time you do it, pretty much, which is so, so fabulous. Let go. Beautiful. So, here's what I want to say to you. As you do this, you will tune in more and more to the energy of this free and luscious and wise you. And sometimes it's going to have a kind of very direct message that you're going to be like, oh. And then often it's going to be a deeply soothing, comforting message, because that's what's pouring out from this gorgeous source of the you are meant to be. You are beautiful. You have all the pieces, just move forward. These are wonderful. These are such great messages. Sometimes we devalue them because they're just so nice. But holy cow, would we love to step in front of a truly wise guru type person and hear these words? These words don't come from nowhere. They come from somewhere. And sometimes they'll tell you what to wear, and they'll tell you where to go, and they'll remind you of someone who you should maybe be thinking about more. You'll see, you'll get all sorts of message, very deep peace. So that's the process. That's the process. And we took 12 minutes to do it. But now we're going to do it in about 30 seconds. I'm going to lead you in it once more, super, super quick. Okay, so close your eyes. Picture this you that you're meant to be, this beautiful essence of you. Step into that essence. The more you do it, the more you'll get to know it. And just see if there's a feeling, if not a message, just a feeling that you would want to convey. You could do this when you walk through a revolving door and be finished pretty much by the time you come out to the other side. And the messages are going to be gorgeous. And they're yours. They are yours. You can keep a journal of this. So thank you all for being here for this. Thank you, Zinnia, Lavinia, for your kind words. Really appreciate it. I appreciate all of you for being here. I am thinking of doing this on a weekly basis now that I'm kind of learning how to do it. Are there any questions? Does anybody have any questions on this process? And I'm going to archive this so it'll be up so other people will see it too. Any questions? You're welcome. Thank you for saying thank you. Yeah, so if there are any questions. But I encourage you to come back to your message this week because it will make you more beautiful. It will make you more you. And it's a practice. It's a spiritual practice that you're going to be adding to your life, which is, nothing short of wonderful. See if there's anything else I want to say in closing. I guess that's it. Thank you all so much. I'm going to be continuing to do these 20-minute ones. Someone said I wrote mine down in my journal. I hope you all did too. That's so true, because if you write it down and you look at it through the week, or even do this again, you will really, really enjoy that. So you're welcome. Thank you, everybody. So glad you were here, and have a wonderful week. Bye.